Let me say something that might change how you see the creator economy completely. Not everybody's meant to be an influencer, and that is not a bad thing to say, because I think a lot of people enter this space and they think the only way to make it is to grow a massive audience, become visible, land brand deals, and build a personal brand online. And yes, that is one part, but it is not the only part. In fact, there are so many career opportunities in the creator economy that most people don't actually know about. And because of that, people either force themselves into roles that don't suit them, or they give up too early because they think they are failing, when in reality they might just be in the wrong lane. So in this video, I want to open your eyes to the hidden career paths nobody talks about in the creator economy, and I'm going to talk about it today. And I'm not just going to list roles. I want to help you understand how these roles actually work and where they fit and how you can start thinking about them, because once you see it properly, you would realize that the creator economy is not just about being seen. It is about building, supporting, strategizing, and operating behind the scene. Now, if you're new here, hi, my name is Omobolaji Achibari. I'm your social media manager's favorite social media manager. I am a creator economy strategist and educator, and on this channel, I break down what it actually takes to grow, position yourself, and make money as a creator or a social media manager without all the noise you see online. So let's get into this. The first hidden part is something I like to call the creator strategist. Now, this is different from a general social media manager. A creator strategist is not just posting content or scheduling posts. They are thinking, they are helping creators or brands figure out what kind of content to create, how to position themselves, what directions to take, and how to grow intentionally, how to monetize, how to build a long-term business or a long-term presence. And this role is powerful because a lot of creators know how to create, but they don't know how to think strategically. They don't know how to step back and say, what exactly am I building? What exactly is my niche? What exactly is my message? What exactly is my content direction and my monetization plan? And that's where a content strategist comes in. If you are somebody who enjoys analyzing content, you enjoy spotting patterns, you enjoy breaking things down, and you enjoy thinking long term, this is a lane that you should pay attention to, because strategy drives everything in this space. The second career path that I feel is hidden is UGC content creation. Now, a lot of people are talking about it, but I feel like a lot of people don't understand what it is. UGC is very powerful. It means user generated content. Now, UGC creators do not need to have a large brand audience. They create content for brands. They shoot videos, they take photos, they create assets that brand use on their own pages, ads, websites, or campaigns. You are not relying on your audience. You are selling your ability to create. And this is a very, very big shift, because now your value is not tied to your followers. It is tied to your skill as a creator. And there are creators making consistent income from UGC without actually becoming influencers in the traditional sense. So if you enjoy creating content, but you don't necessarily want to be the face of a personal brand, or you don't want the pressure of growing your audience, this is a very strong career lane, career path that you should think about. The third part that I would say a lot of people don't talk about enough is creator management. And this is where a lot of things get interesting. As creators grow, they need support. They need people who can help them manage their emails, their brand deals, negotiations, timelines, deliverables, contracts, communications with agencies, and overall communication or coordination. Like, this is a job, and a lot of creators are overwhelmed because they're trying to do everything themselves. So if you're somebody that is quite organized, you're good with communication, you are detailed oriented, and you understand how brands work, you can step into this space. You become the person that helps creators operate like a business. And this is something both brands and creators are willing to pay for, because it saves time and it also reduces stress. The fourth career path that I think is worth considering is also content repurposing and redistribution. And I feel like it is underrated a whole lot. Like, a lot of creators focus on creating new content every day, but they are sitting on so much existing content that can be repurposed. You can turn one YouTube video into multiple reels, one podcast into clips. You can turn one idea into carousels, threads, newsletters, and short form videos. That is a lot of work, and it is valuable work, because distribution is what gets content seen. You can create the best content in the world, but if it is not distributed properly, it would not reach the right people. So people who understand how to break it down, how to repackage the content, how to distribute it across platforms are extremely valuable in this space. The fifth part that I would talk about or say is hidden and people don't actually tap into or talk about enough is the creator focused community management. Now, this is different from just like replying to comments. This is about building and managing communities around creators. Telegram groups, Discord communities, broadcast channels, membership platforms. This role involves things like engagement, moderation, content within the community, feedback loops, making people feel seen in that community. Because as creators grow, their audience become a community, and communities need to be managed intentionally. If you are somebody that enjoys interacting with people, creating safe spaces, and fostering conversations, this is another lane and another career path that you should look into that is actually growing quickly. The sixth part that I would say is brand partnership strategy and outreach. Now, a lot of creators are waiting for brands to come to them, but there is a whole side of the creator economy that focuses on outbound, that pitching brands, building relationship, positioning creators for opportunities, crafting proposals, negotiating deals. This is not just about sending emails. This is about understanding if a creator is aligned to a particular brand, understanding what the brands are looking for, understanding how to position a creator in a way that actually makes sense for a campaign. And if you do this very well, you become extremely valuable because you're directly tied to revenue. The seventh part I feel is quite untapped right now is the analytics and performance tracking for creators. Now, this is where your analytical side comes in. A lot of creators look at the numbers, but they don't really understand what it means. They don't know how to interpret the performance. They don't know what is working. They don't know why it is working. They don't know what to double down on. They don't know how to present their reports or their results professionally to brands. So somebody can step in and say, this is what your data is telling us. This is what we should focus on, or this is how your content is performing, and this is how you can improve it. And that becomes very, very important, because this is where you move from just checking analytics to actually using that data to drive decisions. And this is something that I do for myself. And a lot of brands love this, that if you see my analytics report that I submit to brands after a campaign, like, they really, really love it. They love how detailed I go, how I interpret that data to tell them, okay, this is how we're going to move on next, because it shows how professional you are. The eighth one that a lot of people don't see yet, and which is one of the things that I am doing now, is creator education and digital products. A lot of people see the digital product side, but I'm doing more of the creator education side. Now, this is something I am deeply in, because a lot of people don't realize it's a full creator part. Creating courses is one thing, ebooks, templates, hosting workshops, and building kits is one thing, but then being involved in creator education is another thing. You are taking your knowledge and turning it into assets that can actually generate income. And the beauty of this is that it is scalable. You create once and then it can continue to sell, but it also requires a lot of depth. You need to actually know what it is that you're teaching, and you need to structure it properly. You need to deliver the value. So it's not just about, oh, let me quickly put something real quick together. No. It is real work, but it is a very powerful lane, and it is the lane I'm in right now. Now, I'm gonna pause, and here is something I'm gonna say that is very important. You do not have to do all of this. And that is where a lot of people get overwhelmed. You watch my videos and then you want to start doing everything immediately. No. The goal of this video is not to make you feel like you're missing out. The goal is to show you that you have options, because once you understand that the creator economy is not one-dimensional, you can start choosing your path more intentionally. You can start asking yourself, oh, do I want to be visible bubble, or do I want to be behind the scenes? Do I enjoy creating content, or do I enjoy strategizing? Do I like working with people, or do I like working independently? Or do I prefer structure, or do I prefer flexibility? Because for a lot of people, it depends. Success in this space is not about copying what everybody else is doing. It is about finding where exactly you fit in and building from there. I have found that I fit in the creator education niche, and that's what I want to build from. And I also want to say this: some of these paths can overlap. You can be a content creator and you can also be a strategist. You can be a UGC creator and a community manager. You can be a social media manager and a brand partnership strategist. You don't have to box yourself up immediately, but you need to actually be intentional about which path you want to actually go into. Because the more clarity you have about your direction, the easier it becomes to actually position yourself and attract opportunities and build something more sustainable. And I think that is what a lot of people are actually looking for. A lot of people are not just looking for growth, they're not just looking for visibility, but a lot of people are looking for direction. I think I talk about direction a whole lot. Direction, clarity, structure on my channel. So if you've been feeling like maybe content creation is not working for you, or you've been struggling to grow, or you've been questioning whether this space is even for you, I want you to pause. And I also say you guys should pause a whole lot. I want you to pause and consider this, because maybe you don't need to leave the creator economy. Maybe you just need to find your lane within it, because there is space for creators and there is space for strategists. There's space for managers, analysts, educators, operators. This space is bigger than what is shown on your feed. And once you understand it, you can move differently. And that is where I'm going to land today. Yeah. If this video opened your eyes to so many parts that you were not thinking of, I want you to tell me in the comments which of this part actually stood out for you the most. And if you want more videos like this, where I break down the real side of the creator economy, social media management, and also building a career in this space, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you are subscribed. My name is Omobalaji Ajibare. I am your social media manager's favorite social media manager, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.